Imagine starting a lab with a bold promise. Build safe AI for all of humanity. No secret agendas, no shareholder pressure. Now imagine that same lab becoming the center of a multi-billion-dollar arms race, a public courtroom fight, and, most shockingly, a takeover bid from one of its own co-founders. That's the real story of Elon Musk versus OpenAI. In this video, we'll unpack the origin myth, the breakup, the lawsuit, the leaked emails, and the surprise $97.4 billion offer to buy control of OpenAI. Along the way, you'll hear about promises made and broken on both sides, the capped profit structure that changed everything, and why this feud isn't just about money or egos, but about who gets to steer the future of intelligence. In about 2 minutes, I'll read you the line from internal emails that flips the narrative on who wanted what and why. Don't miss it. Section 1. The Founding. A non-profit moonshot. December 2015. A small group of Silicon Valley heavyweights launch OpenAI as a non-profit research lab to push AI safely and share benefits broadly. The roster: Elon Musk, Sam Altman, Greg Brockman, Ilya Sutskever, Wojciech Zaremba, John Schulman, and others. The goal isn't just to beat Google, it's to de-risk a technology that could shape civilization. From the start, leadership warned that the cost would be massive, billions for compute and talent. But here's the first crack in the story. Despite an initial $1 billion donation target, the nonprofit ultimately raised roughly $130.5 million in total donations, far below the moonshot they envisioned. That shortfall planted the seed for a structural pivot that would later ignite the split. Remember that number. It matters. In the next section, we'll see why Musk stepped off the board, and how that exit set up the battle over control. Section 2. 2018. Musk exits the board. In early 2018, Elon Musk left OpenAI's board, officially citing potential conflicts of interest as Tesla ramped up its own AI efforts for autopilot and beyond. At the time, the move looked clean and logical: reduce conflicts, maintain goodwill. But it also meant Musk lost formal governance power right before OpenAI's biggest structural change. That timing will be crucial later when the emails surface. Section 3. 2019. The capped profit pivot and Microsoft's $1 billion. By 2019, OpenAI concluded that donations alone couldn't sustain frontier-scale research. The solution? A novel capped profit structure, OpenAI LP, designed to raise capital while binding the for-profit to the non-profit's mission. Critics saw a loophole. Supporters called it a necessary hack to finance safety-driven AI in the real world. Then came the catalyst. Microsoft invested $1 billion and became OpenAI's preferred cloud partner. Azure would power gigantic training runs, while OpenAI would focus on pushing the frontier. That partnership helped create the compute backbone that later made GPT-3, GPT-4, and beyond possible. In a moment, I'll show you the email trail suggesting Musk wanted majority control, even proposing dramatic options you probably haven't heard before. Section 4. The emails. Control, mergers, and a clash of visions. Here's where the narratives collide. In 2024, OpenAI published internal communications indicating Musk pushed for control of a for-profit OpenAI, suggesting structures with majority equity, board seats, even CEO authority. At one point, he floated bringing OpenAI inside Tesla or otherwise ensuring Tesla's control, moves that would have fundamentally rewired the mission and governance. OpenAI says Musk later withdrew funding when he didn't get that control. Musk's camp has argued that OpenAI abandoned its nonprofit mission and tilted toward big tech. Both can't be true, at least not entirely. What matters for our story is this: power and mission design became inseparable. Do you preserve independence, cap returns, and balance safety with scale? Or do you consolidate under a single leader who can move fast with unified control? The emails expose a philosophical fault line that would later erupt in court and on X. Section 5, 2023. The board crisis that shook everything. Then came the week that broke the internet. In November 2023, OpenAI's board fired Sam Altman. Chaos ensued. Nearly the entire staff threatened to walk, and Altman returned days later under a revamped board. For Microsoft, OpenAI's key partner, this was a governance wake-up call. For Musk, it was vindication that OpenAI's structure was unstable and drifting from its original ideals. The episode reignited old grievances and poured gasoline on the feud. Up next, the lawsuit that put receipts on the table, and why it vanished as suddenly as it appeared. Section 6, 2024. Musk sues, then drops the case. In March 2024, Musk sued OpenAI and Sam Altman, alleging the organization had abandoned its nonprofit mission, become closed AI, and was effectively serving Microsoft's interests. OpenAI countered with those internal emails and insisted the capped profit model kept the nonprofit in charge. Then, plot twist. By June 2024, Musk moved to dismiss the lawsuit. No sweeping court ruling, no trial, just gone. Each side claimed the narrative win. The legal retreat didn't end the rivalry, it freed it. Instead of arguing in court, the battle shifted to product velocity, ChatGPT versus Grok, fundraising, and public narrative. The stage was set for Musk to compete directly. Section 7, xAI enters the arena. While the legal smoke cleared, Musk was building a rival, xAI, and its chatbot Grok. In May 2024, xAI raised $6 billion to push frontier models, recruit talent, and scale compute, positioning itself as the uncensored alternative to OpenAI's more guardrailed design philosophy. The message was unmistakable. If OpenAI wouldn't follow his blueprint, Musk would build his own. xAI channeled Musk's familiar playbook: move fast, ship boldly, and rally a fan base around the idea that model alignment shouldn't neuter capability. Whether you agree or disagree, the market now had a clear foil to OpenAI's approach. But then, in February 2025, Musk made a move no one expected. Don't just rival OpenAI, buy it. Wait till you hear the number. Section 8, 2025. The $97.4 billion bid to take control. In February 2025, a Musk-led consortium made a $97.4 billion offer aimed at the nonprofit entity that controls OpenAI, seeking to take control of the organization. Headlines everywhere. The board's stance was blunt: not interested. The proposal instantly reframed the feud from moral argument to corporate control drama. Who should own and steer the most influential AI lab on Earth? Even if the bid was always a long shot, it worked as a pressure campaign, forcing the public to consider whether OpenAI's hybrid structure can protect mission while raising capital at scale, or whether governance inevitably tilts toward the deepest pockets. Either way, the number, $97.4 billion, sent a clear message. Frontier AI is now strategic infrastructure. Here's the uncomfortable truth: no one has won yet. The split crystallized two incompatible answers to a single question. How do you build and govern the most powerful technology on Earth? OpenAI chose mission-locked pragmatism: bring in capital under caps and keep the nonprofit in charge. Musk chose rivalry: build xAI, compete on speed, and, if needed, make an offer big enough to test the walls of the structure itself. If you learned something new today, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. Which model of AI governance do you trust more? And why? And stick around for that bonus diagram in a few seconds.